I think the industry shall be embracing the concept of reducing and reduction without creating extra damages. I know what I'm saying is not going to be very popular, or maybe doesn't make sense to most of the textile entrepreneurs, but it is quite obvious that this break, let's call it a break, that most of the world took lately. I mean, the planet has appreciated that. And not only the planet, I think the markets will appreciate that. Now, reduction is something we should consider at this point, because we all know that pretty much till yesterday, we've been overproducing. We haven't been producing. And yeah, we've been forced to reduce. And today, I think you can be a very successful businessman if you think the other way around, which means try to be successful by reducing. Do less, do it better, try to stay competitive. Most of all, try not to kill jobs. So I think this mindset is a new type of mindset which can be appreciated by the end consumer. Quality can be appreciated by the end consumer, which I suddenly call a citizen, even though this quote, I stole it from Maurizio Donati, who's gonna tell you more about the difference between the end consumer and the citizen. And he is totally right about that, but I leave it to you, Maurizio. And yes, so I believe reduction and again, yes, how to embrace reduction and then how to restructure, because if you do less and you do it better, eventually people want more and then you can grow again. But it's a very, very tricky, it's a very, very tricky matter. And again, it will take a little while to adjust. We know we're adjusting to a new environment. Adaptation is, humans' top notch characteristic. Let's do that, and let's not try to go back to the old normality if the old normality wasn't great. I mean, if we have the opportunity to create a new normality, let's do it in a positive way. And again, let's try to be very conscious about ourselves, the planet. We're talking health. Health in this case, relates as much to humans as much to the planet. And I think this is really changing the industry going forward, even in products, even in consumeristic behaviors. But yeah, I think embracing reduction is actually the most challenging aspect. Well, the first three things. The first one, I think we covered that with reduction. So how to embrace reduction, how to make it feasible. The second one is related to efficiency. If you ask my dad, he would tell you that the essential part of being sustainable is being efficient. And fully agree with Stefano, with everybody. Like, we've been very inefficient, and for many, many different reasons. And so we need to, again, when I say we have to do less and better, it relates also to that. And so if you look at concepts as recycling, for instance, which could be downcycling, reusing something, or upcycling, that also relates to efficiency very, very much. And it's a very industrial concept that some people totally forgot about. And the third point is, let's make good stuff and communicate it properly, because there is a lack of interest, there is a lack of excitement when it comes to denim. I mean, it should be one of the coolest things ever. And I'm not saying this because I'm a denim guy myself. And I mean, I'm talking to roughly 300 people who are all excited about denim. I'm looking at the global market. So now we are all concentrating on traceability, for instance. And traceability, the essential key or keys of traceability would be truth and facts. Unfortunately, we are tracing things back to a point where marketing is still creating a very interesting gray or green area where things you don't really know what's true, what's not. Now we can talk about blockchain and blah, blah, blah. At the same time, blockchain doesn't really create excitement, but it would be a cool topic also. Or transparency. But as Maurizio said, if you want to communicate transparently about something, you should be honest in first place. And now I mean, I really hope that people during this lockdown had a little more time to investigate and to build their own education, because I understand that it's not easy to boost excitement into the industry as much as it's not easy to boost clarity. And informations have to be, you have to dig quite deep in order to find out what's true and what's not. And we let that go. We allowed that to happen. We allowed many brands to spray paint their facades in green, and we wouldn't really go behind that facade. So again, we should be very, very careful and conscious. We need better communication. And when I say better communication, I mean more transparent, more honest, or honest, there's no more honest, and at the same time, cool, excitement, engaging. I mean, there are many platforms in the future, especially through the digital experience, which will engage and connect with the consumer in a different way. From customization, look at that. Would you buy like a customized pair of jeans for $300 or even $500 instead of 10 fast retailers jeans for 30? Or would you buy something which is considered premium for about 200, 250 and probably costed like 25 to be made? So when I'm talking about the feasibility of this new market, we should also look into business models. I believe that many business models will no longer work. Too many times we have a pair of jeans that costed $10, $12, $15, and then you have fast retailers selling those guys for $49, $39, and then you have some other guys selling for $100, $150. But it's pretty much the same stuff. And so I think that, I mean, of course, new business models will probably happen faster. I mean, I said customization, that's one, of course. But it's about you, consumer, citizen, trying to put your hands into it, try to create your product, so you want to know more. And the more money you spend, the more you want to know about it.